What is up, everybody? Thursday night. You know what that means. Time to talk some wrestling in the pit. In the pit with Josh the Mosh. So let's get it rolling like we always do. Bring in our usual suspects, starting with numero dos. What is up, brother?
I am ready to talk baseball, basketball, football, all things sports.
All right. So let's just start him off in timeout. So much for what he had said. I don't know if y'all saw in the stream that his only goal was not to go into timeout, and he didn't. He made it 40 seconds, and that's because 10 seconds of it was us not doing anything. That might be a new record. So, all right, so let's bring in some other usual suspects here. What's up, Puro number tres?
What's up, man? Hey,
Numero
hey,
tres.
what's up, man? Hey, I was gonna say I won't get. There's no evil talk this week, so there's no way I'm gonna get actually.
Oh, so that's enough to get you taken out because you're not going to talk about evil. So we know that's a big X. So let's see. So we have a new guest tonight. One of our loyal listeners. We're letting him jump in the pit. He's been wanting to join. So let's introduce Mr. JP. What's happening?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Thank
you for letting me come to the show.
Welcome, man. I appreciate all your support. The main guys got in trouble already. We were a minute in, and they're already putting time out.
A new record already. Wow.
Yeah, it's just you never know what can happen in the pit. But let's bring it back in. Let's see what's happening. Let's try this again. Hey, what's up, numero dos? Just give us another shot.
Man, I got some whiplash. I got thrown in timeout so fast.
Yeah.
What's up, JP? I totally forgot JP was coming in the pit, man. Like it's so exciting.
How you doing, man?
That's messed up that he forgot you. Man, we talked about it since last week, and he forgot you. So
you did make the post on it recently, yesterday, I think, too.
I know. Yeah, so that's messed up. So he's in timeout again. Let's bring in numero tres again. This is your boy.
Hey, what's up?
So now we got two Japan experts in the pit for the first time.
It's sad thing. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about over there other than Noah. It's so sad.
So that just shows how much we planned this show. I should put myself in timeout for that.
Oh no! Hey, you're the ringleader of this. Okay, we need you.
Let's give numero dos, see if he's going to strike out baseball style today, and see if he's getting.
No, he has. I believe in him.
I think he can do it. Let's give us another shot. Hey, bro, what's going on, man? Welcome to the pit.
Guys.
Hey, glad to have you. Long time no see,
man.
So how's things been? We're welcoming in our special guest that you definitely remember, JP. Yeah, you remember that he was coming and everything, right?
Oh man, totally, 100%.
Yeah. All right, let's go. All right, man. So it's been an interesting. Every week's always an interesting week in wrestling.
It's been an interesting week in general, like in the world. Like this is crazy.
Texas is frozen.
Yeah. All eyes are on Texas, which makes it interesting because this was an interesting weekend for Texas. A little something that we'll talk about in a little bit, or maybe now, but as usual.
Talk it out, just fucking go.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And the big news is like the 90-day clauses are up, right?
Oh yeah. That's huge.
It was released in November. 90 days either hits today or tomorrow. And we in Texas are getting we're privy to one of the first debuts. Grand Metalik is making his debut. What's his what's his indie name? God,
you said
I know somebody that might know just joined us too. So let's get an answer to that.
Hey,
number uno.
Look who joined us.
What's up? How's everybody doing tonight?
Mascara Dorado, I think.
Yeah,
Mascara Dorado.
Mascara Dorado.
JP,
hey, JP, I'm telling you, JP knows everything.
You can take all y'all's jobs.
And
mine. We're gonna change the name of the show and everything.
Welcome. I'm not here to take everyone's job. I'm just here to have fun and hang out.
Yeah, that's what we do. Welcome back, numero uno, though, man. We missed you, man.
Thank you.
See, we got chance already happening for you in the chat. Yeah, welcome back, man. Fighting the good fight for us.
Man, it was rough. It was tough, and but hey, I made it out alive.
Yeah, there we go. Yep. So we can circle back to. So where is he making the debut at? Numero dos.
GCW tomorrow night in Houston. If they don't freeze,
it's gonna be freezing in that place. Oh Lord,
that's a premiere. Right?
Yeah. Hey, for anyone that's going, like take like 2 coats, take gloves, because man.
I saw they've got some heaters and they stocked up on a bunch of propane. But it's still gonna be cold in there.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how the weather affects this weekend. GCW really did put together a pretty stacked card. I don't want to say stacked card because, in my honest opinion, it was a fairly GCW card. Both shows. There's some interesting appearances though, because we also have Dallas on Saturday, which has Psycho Clown and Dr. Wagner at it.
I know.
As well. Also, Bandito, I believe, is Bandito at one of these? Yep, correct. So a lot of star talent, but Texas weather really pushing down on some people.
Yeah,
luckily, I think Houston hasn't been hit as hard as from Dallas to Austin, but it's still cold. And it's gonna be cold out there.
Dude, I thought about going up to Dallas, but after this freeze, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, Dallas got hit hard. They got snow. I mean, it's legit snow.
Jealous.
Like with my new gig is Amazon delivery and whatnot, and they didn't deliver in Fort Worth today or tomorrow. That's how serious the weather is. That they shut down Amazon delivery. Which that takes a lot to do. So yeah, the weather sucks over there.
I didn't go check the mail. I know that.
That says it all. So we got that coming up, and then we can touch on. You mentioned Bandito. It's kind of cool. GCWA, they're starting to promote their Mania show, and Bandito is going to be on the show. They announced it, so we got Matt Cardona announced, we got Bandito announced, we got Chris Carter announced, of course, which he's one of their champions, I believe. I think he's still the Rising Star champion. So he's going to be on the card.
He was going to bring the fire, and so far he has not disappointed. I mean, Matt Cardona and Bandito on the same card is pretty fucking dope.
And they're literally, I think I saw it like 5 minutes before us going live, that they clearly they put an image with both of them and saying that they're not done yet with their big announcements. So
going all out.
Definitely stay at. I mean, it's Mania weekend. Us, those companies down here in Texas trying to to make a name.
For those of y'all that are watching out there, I know everybody likes a good old bloody fight. The Baracho crew is going to be in Dallas that weekend. If you need some help, let us know. We had some time free up. We had a couple people ask us for help, and one of those spots is open now. So if you need some help, let us know.
Hey,
we would love to work.
And y'all know what they bring: entertainment. Entertainment.
Yeah, I'm not going to bring a straight bat with some forks hanging out of it, or no old butt plugs, or none of that crap. We'll bring you some good shit.
Yeah.
Wait, people bring butt plugs?
I think you got way too interested in that.
That's so weird. No,
even like sat up.
I'm like, wait, what? People bring butt plugs? Like what? Like how do?
I like deathmatch so much? Hold on, there was butt plugs. Tell me more.
Wait a minute. Like it's like bats with tacks, scissors, whatever. But butt plugs, you got my attention.
Well, Cash pulls out the old dildo with nails in it. He's got that monster like 1.5 foot dick.
Yes.
Railroad nails coming out of it and shit. Ridiculous.
Oh man.
Speaking of Casanova Valentine, man, wait till you see the card. We're ready for it.
That's got to be GCWA. That's got to be Jeff.
Come in here and tell us about the card. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We like the good shit.
Well, they ain't dropping it yet, but they will.
They ain't dropping it already. Where are you gonna drop it if you're not gonna drop it in the pit? Give us an exclusive.
Yeah, he will. They will. They always support the pit too. They know we support them.
Oh man, we love GCWA in the pit.
That's for sure. Yeah, so I mean that's going to be a big weekend, but we got stuff happening between now and then. But there's a lot of shows like tomorrow. There's a show in like Texas Wrestling League has a big show this weekend, which has Brian Keith's on that. Gino's on it.
No, Gino's at GCW tomorrow.
I know it's on Saturday.
Oh, Saturday, yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're lucky I'm away from the.
No, don't do it.
The timeout button.
Not again.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a good show. They got stacked card as they usually do. I know it doesn't Mission Pro. Oh no, Mission Pro just had a show, right?
Mission Pro just had a show last weekend.
Sorry, we need Melanie here, but she's dealing with San Antonio issues.
I know. I feel really lucky where I'm at. I'm all right. I got all my energy. So
yeah.
Man, I just got a great idea. I'm gonna keep it up here.
Come on.
I think Melanie pulled the old Ted Cruz on us. I think no, you know what, I got power problems, but I think she might just be on vacation.
Might be recovering from the Mission Pro show that you.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see that picture of Mel in the airport on her way to Cancun.
Very cool. So, like I said, it's kind of a bummer that we don't have anything. I guess there's a Texas New Japan little story that kind of happened.
Oh yeah,
Chase Owens. Yep. He had been saying that his contract was up. He had his big announcement, then he delayed it. And he finally made it, which is he's re-signed with New Japan.
Yeah,
so and he was like, "When it's for life, it's for life."
Yeah, you know? Did we doubt that?
I think it's an 8-year deal he did.
Yeah, it's he's like pretty much that's gonna be it. That's his contract. But you know where he works now. Yeah,
but it's brilliant on New Japan's part because like he is the perfect pin eater, and I mean that with no disrespect whatsoever. But he know like that one of the reasons he was in one of the recent tournaments is because he knows how to take everyone's finisher, and he's a great wrestler in the ring, so it's always a good match. So it's a no brainer for them. I thought it was a no brainer signing.
He did beat Tanahashi though.
Yep, beat Tanahashi. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for that match, Tanahashi versus Chase.
Yeah, he would not be evil though.
I do know that. Let me go back with changing the lights in my thing here.
I mean, Angel, we have to admit it though. It's gonna be a chance he might be a triple champion.
No, he's not gonna be a fucking triple champion, man. Hold on one second. I don't want to have my son show.
This is my thing. I love Chase Owens to death, and Chase Owens works. The cool thing about Chase Owens, too, is he can go over to New Japan and get actual wrestling money, and then he can come back here to Texas and get that indie money while he's also making that New Japan money. And he does that shit. It's fun.
And he's based in San Antonio, too, so like right in the middle of Texas.
We got a few big, like, there's a lot of people don't understand, like, how many big shit wrestlers and even not, like, medium shit wrestlers are out of Texas. Like, Lance Archer used to be a regular at the indie shows out here. You know, you had Terry Funk.
He lives in Dallas, right?
Like the list starts and goes on for miles and miles and miles. Like it's
Thunder Rosa lives in San Antonio.
Woo! I live in Austin. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, there's a lot of legends that came from
first ever PPW men's champion.
Yeah,
I guess.
Thank you. It's nice to get that credit, man.
Yeah.
The unofficial first ever PPW heavyweight champ right here. I was a little afraid of Matty though. No lie.
He lost his first defense 2 hours later.
Yeah, Matty was walking around talking about Matty 2 belts, and I was like, "Oh shit! Someone take this from me." Hurry up.
Yeah, here you go, Fuego, Chandler. Y'all fight for it. Yeah. So we also Triple Mania. I think Numero Uno wanted to talk a little bit about that. We can touch on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we'll let you take the lead on that.
AAA announced their big. Okay, so I have a big problem with this.
Yeah. I like it when Numero Uno has big problems.
Let's go. Wait, set it up first.
It gets good, yeah.
Triple Mania, it's supposed to be their anniversary show.
Yeah.
Your anniversary every year, once a year.
Yeah.
Last year, I believe 2 years ago, they started with Triple Mania Regia.
Yeah. That's in the summertime, right?
It was the anniversary is usually in August, which is when they will do the Triple Mania. But this one was the only reason they did Triple Mania Regia was because of COVID, and it was when they pretty much allowed all like events and stuff to have people again. So they just took that opportunity to capitalize on it, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a good show. They had great matches, great wrestlers, but it was just to make money off of the situation, pretty much. And we're coming back, and what other better way than make sure we sell out than make the biggest show, Triple Mania, but in another place. Because usually Triple Mania, it used to tour back in the day, but for the past year, it had been mainly held at the Arena Ciudad de Mexico in Mexico City. So my issue with this is, why are you going to have 3 Triple Manias? It just takes away the meaning of what that show is supposed to be. Like it's like if
3 WrestleManias in 1 year.
Yeah, 3 WrestleManias.
No, like remember when they did those like WrestleMania, like, but it was like the name to it tied, but it was another show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dumb enough that WWE is doing
The
WrestleMania
2 nights.
multiple days,
Yeah, 2 days. Just
but
Yeah.
just having it
be
multiple
careful with that
days.
though, because Wrestle Kingdom kind of does that too, don't they?
And I don't. We all hate it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was
Yeah,
gonna
so
ask y'all too
watch,
about that.
but they watch.
but just do it like different dates,
That's a
different
big.
cities, and not on top of that, like the worst thing of all is that they're having this huge match, a wager match, Mass versus Mass, Psycho Clown, Blue Demon, La
Oh,
Parca,
Ultimate
Canet,
Dragon.
Rayo de Jalisco, Último Dragón, Villano, and I'm missing one. It was 8 total.
You say Rayo?
El Rayo, yeah, it was Rayo, Psycho,
Blue Demon Jr.
Blue Demon,
yeah, he said Blue Demon.
La Parca?
And they
He said
pod-
Blue Park.
no,
Yeah.
La,
LA
LA
Park.
Oh,
Park.
L.A. Park. L.A. Park.
Yeah, La Park,
Pentagon.
yeah.
Who am I missing?
Yeah,
I
Pentagon
think-
Jr. Here,
Yeah,
here.
yeah, and
Guys, I
Pentagon.
know who you're thinking of.
Yeah. So
Good job,
the
Bill.
the original concept of the Ruleta de la Muerte, how they're calling this match, is it's like a tournament bracket type of thing.
Uh-huh.
You do like a battle royal depending on the eliminations you set of the matches,
Mm.
and whoever loses advances to the final until you have the one that lost all their matches face against each other. So it doesn't make sense that they're gonna do it in 3 separate dates.
That's where those kind of like the loser keeps going on
Yeah.
instead of the
Yeah.
winner.
But
So
it's I think it's super stupid because yeah, okay, you want to do it in 3 different cities, go ahead, do it in 3 different cities. But at least do it like tomorrow Tijuana, Saturday Monterrey, and Sunday Mexico City.
Mexico City. Yeah.
Don't have
Finish.
it like 3 months apart from each other. Like that's so fucking stupid. And
Must not be
from
excited about this concept. Is what
From
Yeah,
the
I'm not. I'm
announcement-
supposed it's excited, and now you're totally bumming me out right now.
Yeah.
from the announcements, we know, or at least it makes sense that the loser is gonna be Villano.
Yep.
From all the like, he's the one closest
what
to
if not,
retirement.
What if not,
Okay.
though? What do you
Okay,
think if Piano gets the win right out of the gate? Like right out of the
Right.
gate, Piano, Ray.
Right there. That statement right there is why we all watch wrestling shows.
Yeah, we do. So, I mean, here, I'll let.
Because we go in pretty much thinking we know what's going to happen, but
See, no, but
What if
the
it-
thing
what
is,
if it doesn't?
it's
That's a
and
beautiful
where
statement right there.
I agree with Juan is because the guys who are in this, they're like, okay, so they haven't lost their mask because it's a ton of money, it's merchandise money. In Mexico, if Juan, back me up again, like your mask is your identity, is your life,
Right.
and
Yeah,
all
that's a
these
good point.
guys are massive legends. I cannot see any of them other than Villano, who's really he's like the odd one out. Where it's like, okay, yeah, he's the young one, he's okay, but hey, anything can happen.
That's my thing, though. Like that's my thing. Like you're right. There's legends and then there's currents. But we've seen Pinta's face. We've seen Psycho Clown's face. We've seen LA Park's face. They rip their masks all the time. All the time. Like it's like you could easily say the loser loses their mask, but that doesn't. There's not a gimmick that says that it's gone forever. Like we've seen people lose their mask in a match and come back the next night and have it.
well,
In Mexico, it's still different though.
the official rules in
This happened there
the
before too, though.
on their licenses states that after 5 years they can remask again or have another gimmick, a different gimmick
Yeah.
with a mask after 5 years. But still, if you like,
Okay, I
if
didn't
you
know
think
that.
about it, Villano is the only one out of all those
That-
names that it's going out the door already. Just look at his shape. Like he's not in good shape. Like
Rushmore.
he shouldn't be wrestling.
He's on a Rushmore. Be
He
nice.
is, but
He's on my He's on my
I
Mount
was going to
Rushmore.
say he was on yours. Yeah, he was on
Yes.
your Mount Rushmore.
Imagine seeing
WCW
Villano.
Mount Rushmore of luchadors.
Imagine seeing Villano versus Penta. What kind of match is that gonna be?
A brawl.
If you want my opinion, it's getting easier and easier for me to see that type of shit because GCW continues to book legends versus rookies. We've seen Ricky Morton versus Joey Janela. That is basically the same thing as Penta versus Villano.
Did you see the press conference though? Villano could barely walk.
Yeah, it
I'm
looked rough.
like,
It looked
this-
rough.
This is not me being mean or
Is he
being
better
rude
than 3
or-
matches though? You
or
think he's gonna get
disrespecting
3
him.
matches?
That's why it makes sense that they're doing it 3 separate dates. If Villano is the loser, he's not gonna be able to wrestle 3 matches in one night.
Yeah. So who do you think is gonna be the other guy in the finals? I think it's gonna be him and Psycho Clown.
More than likely, it sounds like it's Psycho Clown. It's either Psycho Clown or Ella Park.
So let me ask
LA
you.
Park.
You
The
think
more I
that's
hear about this, the less I want to watch it. It's just not
But
good.
here's my thing. This is why I have hope for this. Because you got to think about it. This really can't be a some turds sink to the bottom type of tournament. Because you really would end up with, like, if you think about it, let's say LA Park, Penta, all the young guys, Psycho Clown, pick up their win in the finals. Is AAA really thinking that people are still going to tune in to see 2 more nights of the old guys battle it out, and every match they get slower? That's my
That's a
thing.
good point.
That's why I think there's
agree.
potential here for these 4 guys to be punched. At least a couple of them get their ticket punched in the first round. Like, I don't see Ultimo Dragon going out. I think the thing that makes it, I get where you're going, and to me, the thing that puts them into a corner is the fact that they made it a loser tournament. You can't. That's where it really pins you, because, like, you could, technically have Penta or LA Park or all those guys lose, but then you're losing your mask in a tournament of losers. Like, that's a hard pill for anyone.
The thing is,
that's what I'm saying.
In that type of match, it's like, if you're the winner, just save your mask. So it's not really. I mean, the losers are gonna battle it out, but still, like, they're fighting because they lost all these matches.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
And also, you gotta understand, like, let's say most of us agree that Villano's gonna be the one losing his mask.
Probably.
But also, you gotta think, you gotta put him against a face of the company, someone that's gonna bring tickets.
So when people are giving shit to us, that was kind of the point. Is like, if you're gonna put the 2 people that nobody's really wanting to watch as the last 2, then who's gonna give a fuck to keep turning in for 2 days?
Well, if you put Psycho Clown, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say Psycho Clown.
Psycho Clown would work. Yeah, Psycho Clown would work.
So the way it will work.
But then it's like, he's not gonna. I mean.
Yeah. So.
But then, what if he does?
If they're going that route,
Ultimo could be a good draw for a main event. Ultimo versus Villano.
So you're gonna take 2 losses
for AAA. For AAA, I don't think so.
A DQ loss or an interference loss.
They would have to. Yeah, 2. Yeah, that's true.
Like, you could take a quick pin in the first round. And
I hope AAA is watching the show right now. We can help them make their show better. They just
right.
I'm just saying.
Tony and watch us.
Quick roll up in the first round. Not even like a quick match, but like a quick roll up in the first round and a DQ loss in the second. That type of thing could.
So I have two possible outcomes that will make sense and will help with ticket sales. Psycho Clown versus Villano, just because Psycho Clown is the face of the company. Psycho Clown wins.
Yep.
The other one will be Connect versus Rayo, just because they have history from back in the day, and that will bring out all the old school lovers of lucha.
Yeah.
For that match, and honestly, I will pay to see Connect versus Rayo over Psycho versus Villano.
Yep.
So those are the only 2 outcomes that will kind of make sense.
I would rather see that match. Definitely.
But one match that third possible, but very, very unlikely to happen, will be Psycho Clown versus Ella Park.
Ooh.
You can feel Estadio Azteca with that match.
If that's the finals for that stipulation, holy shit!
Yeah,
that would be crazy. I don't see that. If they do that, that would definitely get attention.
And if that's, let's say that was the outcome, the final for the last Triple Mania, it's very likely that match could go either way. I feel like that match could go either way at that point.
I would have no idea which way, because I wouldn't think either one of them would lose that.
Yeah, at that point, I'll be very, very, very surprised if Psycho Clown was the loser.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting.
So those are the only 3 outcomes I can think of, and that will make sense.
What are you thinking, JP? We've kind of been not letting the guests talk much. We kind of do that.
Oh no,
you have to just jump in, man.
Yeah.
You just gotta jump in.
It's
It's Lucha tag rules in the pit. You just gotta tag yourself and walk right in, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to be disrespectful or rude. I just want to let him talk. But I agree with Numero Uno a lot. With I think Villano is probably gonna be the one that loses his mask most likely. So, because I know he looked really horrible, and unfortunately, I saw that match years ago. It was just horrific. That 6-man tag match. So he was in there. So, but
yeah, I just think I'm kind of just like him working 3 matches though.
I mean,
if you can work 3 matches in that bad of a shape, hey, God bless the man for doing it.
But how they're spaced out a month apart?
They're like
3
or 2 months apart, so he should be fine.
Oh,
that's why.
Yeah.
That's
but can
why
he go
I
more than
said
like
that
question?
That's
Yeah,
probably
5 minutes.
That's a good point. It's just
Can't even do one match. Can he give us one?
I mean, honestly,
a battle royal also, so he's got to work a battle royal and then a match.
They haven't announced the match brackets or if they're gonna have a battle royal.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah, they just announced who's gonna be in it.
Now we're talking 4 things, and battle royals actually are very taxing. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who's gonna throw him off rope is gonna be that question now.
Yeah.
If they have a battle royal, it's probably gonna be they're gonna have like the 3 count too.
You know what I would love to have one day? I would love to have a Q&A with a wrestler about how battle royals work, like inside the ring. Like I just watch a lot of battle royals, like Royal Rumbles and shit. I'm like, is most of this scripted or like, or are you just like randomly like, all right, man, I'm gonna punch you, and then some other dude's like, bow. I'm like, all right, I guess that's happening.
There is a video on YouTube where everybody is on Big Show. I think he's like on the floor, and they're beating him up, and he tells them, okay, first I'm gonna eliminate you, then you, and whatever. Yeah, look it up. It probably
it's like they call it like any other match. You book it either you call it before or you call it on the fly. I mean, I've been a part of booking a little rumble that are for the Mosh Chingon scramble.
A midget rumble? You booked a midget rumble, Josh?
Sir, it's little people rumble.
Josh is not
forward. Damn, that's 3, dude. Hey, he's on a roll.
Good thing we're not talking baseball, or he'd be out.
There's not much to talk about it, honestly.
Well, Numero just took it. That wasn't me.
He's fuck it. He's like, oh, we can talk baseball. Fuck this.
It's like baseball, fuck baseball.
Yeah, it's like, you know what, like, fuck that, man. That's funny. Yeah, man. So Juan, like you like burst my bubble. Like I was like super excited about this. I heard this out. Now I'm like, man.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
That's okay.
I was super excited about this.
Yeah, it's kind of lame now. That's what I'm saying. Hopefully they listen to the show and make it better by doing what we say.
Nah, it doesn't matter because the fans are gonna eat it up. I mean, it's really an excuse just to get drunk.
Like I said, people are gonna watch it. I mean,
we're still watching it.
When is
for sure.
Johnny Mundo match? Is this happening soon?
He is gonna wrestle with Hijo del Vikingo, but I don't know if he's at one of the Triple Manias or at another event that is gonna happen sooner.
Okay.
I have to check
very soon.
Check the website and get back. Give me a few minutes and I'll give you an answer.
Take your time.
Yeah. So that's coming up. That's exciting.
So let me ask you a question.
So we can move on to something else. we're all bummed out. We just bummed
out. You're like, we're all excited about this, and just but you know what though? It's gonna be AAA. It's gonna be fun. It's you know I've rarely watched a AAA show and not be bored because it's always a train wreck, and that's half the fun.
I
so
love
it's like,
AAA, man. I really do.
It's like you know, like on paper it always looks worse, but then when you watch it, it's like, oh yeah, this is a train wreck. This is awesome.
You just can't look away from that train wreck. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
That's a lot of wrestling companies, I think.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, Brad. Hey.
But it gets you to watch. It gets the eyes on it. Maybe I should change the way we have booked PPW.
I don't know.
Hey, tell my dude I said what's up.
Hey, Brad. So what's this big deal with GCW on Wrestle Universe? You know much about it?
Which
Wrestle
part?
Universe?
No, GCW and Wrestle.
GCW's gonna be on Wrestle Universe with like Pro Wrestling Noah and all the other Japanese companies.
Yeah,
so.
TJPW and shit like that.
I did not know that. I hadn't heard that.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, they announced
shit.
it, I think late last night, like during Dynamite, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that. I was all excited about it, but then someone told me it's
going to UK. I knew that was a big deal. GCW announced that they were going to go over to UK and work with TNT. I heard that.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
I hadn't heard that they were going to be a part. That's crazy, dude. That's
Yeah.
I mean, you got to imagine that like that's a huge opening for them and a huge opening for New Japan. Like honestly, we 100% GCW has done a lot for character building. People don't see it. But like ASF and Ninja Mac are a really good example. Like ASF has been featured very heavily in GCW. So is Ninja Mac. So is Dante Leon. And I love Dante Leon and I love Ninja Mac. But I'm gonna give the edge. I love all three of them, but I gotta give the edge to Ninja Mac and ASF for their booking for what GCW's done for them, because Ninja Mac's been in a lot of singles competitions. ASF's been feuding with Gringo Loco, and there's really just a lot of opportunities. And I think it's because GCW has a lot of heart and foundation in their organization, in their mid card. I don't want to say undercard or anything like that. Their mid card.
Yeah.
And honestly, when you open up guys like Noah to come in and fight in that shit too, man, like,
dude, that's gonna be crazy. That and honestly, I think DDT will be a better fit just because they're very much not taken as seriously as like the Noah type of thing. So I can totally see them doing something with DDT.
Can you imagine guys working with guys like Chris Dickinson, AJ Gray, Matt Justice, Gringo Loco? Fucking everybody that comes through GCW, and then you have all that talent in Japan, all the UK talent coming in now too. It's crazy, dude. Like you got to give mad props to GCW for what they're doing. Like I know that there's a lot of nuts and bolts are still tight in different areas, but for the amount of reach they're doing, it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, kudos to Brett Lauderdale.
Yeah,
sure.
man. Yeah, Brett Lauderdale sat in front of me on a plane in Homicide, like right in front of me. I really wanted to.
How was that?
Tell him when we flew back from the collective, I wanted to reach over and be like, "Hey, man, I really appreciate you not answering my DMs about us upgrading." We had a great time at the collective, but I was worried Homicide would stab me with a fork and that would be it. So I left it.
Yeah.
Angel was on his private jet. He doesn't fly commercial.
Angel didn't go with us that trip.
No. Oh yeah. No. That was a very unfortunate.
Travel stuff was going on with like he had to work and he couldn't travel back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Big old wiener. But we photoshopped him in a picture. That's still one of my favorite pictures.
That was great.
Because we all had shirts and he didn't make it last second, so we all spaced out and then we photoshopped Angel in the picture. It was great.
Very cool. So we mentioned a little bit of that announcement was made during AEW, so we can talk about AEW a little bit. One match really kind of sticks out to me, of course, is the MJF CM Punk. Some people are really shocked that I've seen. I mean,
I was not surprised one bit
at all.
I wasn't
that MJF went over first.
Yeah, no.
CM Punk's first loss. I'm like, of course it was.
Yeah.
Like
so that match reminded me because I like Angel said I watch a lot of wrestling, so
he does.
I think it was like 2004 is the Jimmy Rave CM Punk feud that started their feud, and Jimmy Rave beat Punk the same way how MJF won twice in Chicago.
Yes.
Because he did the same rope, the tape up thing. He got caught, but the different part was he sprayed something in his eyes and then rolled him up 1, 2, 3. Versus how MJF won the second time. So Angel knows I put this on our chat, in our group chat, that I was like, I'm predicting like the second match will pretty much be like a dog collar match at the pay-per-view is what I'm thinking, with MJF still going over.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
Because I think the nail in the coffin will be basically the steel cage match in Chicago, and that's where Punk will win and end the feud.
People forget that MJF was the original runner-up to the heavyweight title. You know what I mean?
Like, he was. Yeah. I even forgot about that.
Yeah, MJF was one of that original core that was the first to sign with AEW, but he was not one of the first ones to get like championship belts or like. But MJF has been involved in some very long-running storylines
with the top names.
This point, right? He's been in the main event picture since day one.
Chris Jericho and against the Inner Circle.
Chris Jericho for the title. He's had Cody. He's had the
Cody. Yeah.
the feud with Cody where he's had the ring for like a couple years.
Well, because he's run the ring twice, right?
Right. Exactly.
Three times.
Oh, it's 3 now.
Yeah, I was gonna say recently was the 3rd time now. Yeah,
but I mean, they've only had it 3 times, right? He's won it all 3 times. Yeah,
it worked. It's a brilliant gimmick for him. I mean, it was brilliantly used for in the match.
And it's such. And it's
gotta go somewhere. Where's the payoff? Like everybody wants it. Everybody always wants it to be like, oh, CM Punk showed up. He's got to get the win. And there's all this concept of like who deserves what and where you are in the world or your tenure, your status. But honestly, like it's storytelling. That's what it is. And this is good storytelling. Like honestly, like MJF has a background that dictates he can pick up a win over CM Punk. Stop acting like babies. It's totally achievable.
Yeah.
And I mean, and CM Punk losing, what does that do to him?
Nothing.
Nothing
at all. Zero.
You'll see him back probably next week or the week after, and then he'll probably
and him going over. Yeah, him going over would have been like what we were saying with Cody and Sammy. Like what? The fuck
wouldn't that make sense?
For? Like what is that for? It didn't make no fucking sense.
Yeah,
and then it made even less sense because then they just turned it right back around anyway, and it's like so that was just really worthless. That just gave Cody another reign, like stupid,
right?
And
that was
that shit.
Yeah.
I was just surprised about that. I'm like, wow, they gave him 45 minutes to do all this. Wow.
Yeah, no, they gave him a lot of time. I was wondering, I'm like, man, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do a whole hour? Like, what's going on here? And then it was a brilliant thing, because I thought it was like when he made him pass out, I was like, oh my god, CM Punk just passed out. What the hell? And then the ref saw the thing like, call the flip bell. We're gonna do it again. I was like, yeah. So that's up because he beat him twice.
And this is a match like that's on free TV.
I know that's crazy.
Like,
you know what?
So we can hope for the payoff at a big pay-per-view that's going to be even more. Like it's just awesome because CM Punk's capable of it, and MJF. I mean, say what you want to say about him, but I mean, when's the last time you saw him have a bad match with anybody?
No, he goes at least from average to good.
Anybody that third one, like, put in the comments or say it. Like that guy has a good match every time he gets in the ring.
That DQ loss he had a couple weeks back.
Oh yeah.
No, and then that military guy.
Or who was it too?
No, it was the military guy. It was the captain fool, whatever his name is.
He actually made a shirt mocking Dave for after he beat him.
Yeah, you do. I wonder if everyone bought that shirt. That'd be such a random shirt to buy.
Oh, for sure.
I'm sure it's family members.
There's definitely AEW marks out there walking around that shirt right
now. Hey, Brad, I want to hear about AEW marks, man. Why don't you tell us about your new collection now? You're getting hardcore.
Oh, yeah, I would love to. It goes right along with the AEW marks argument. So
yeah.
I'm ready for this. So there's a big argument, and anybody's in the comment section, come in here with me. There's a money mark aspect to AEW fans, and it is absolutely plaguing the nation. And it's this whole concept of like, I collect things that are normal. And so like the idea of like, there's two types of collecting. There's like, I want to have it all, which is like all the stuff's out there and I want to acquire each and every one of them. And then there's the whole, like, I want to have collections of rare things, right? AEW can't even get their toys into Walmart for like 3 months because like the minute they hit the shelves, everyone's just buying them up, just buying them random. Yeah. And there's this aspect of like they end up on eBay. This is why tickets are all so expensive, like shit like that. And it's frustrating because the money markism actually feeds the scalpers. It feeds into that whole system and creates it. So that's why I just struggle to get into anything. So what Angel's actually referencing is an example that's going to have to bite him in the ass. For those of y'all that don't know, the Baracho crew, we not only do we like to drink, but we all love to collect shit. Every single one of us collects something in some way, shape, or form. We've all got our different stuff. And Shane and I have actually been searching for AEW cards because Shane and I do. Shane's a big AEW collector. I like collect trading cards.
He's a figure. Yeah, he's a figure.
He's big. That's right. Well, he's a big AEW guy. But he likes cards as well. Like Shane and I both have cards. We try to get them signed. Shane and I have not been able to buy cards. We have not been able to buy cards. They are ridiculously expensive because these $5 packs of cards came out and they sold out so quick. And they say people were getting them and selling them to $15 to $20 a pack. They're nice fucking cards. So I will tell y'all, I paid off a lot of credit card debt over the last month. So I rewarded myself and I bought a pack of $15.
You got back into credit card debt?
Actually bought 2. Yeah, we're right back into it.
Yeah.
And I did buy 2 packs because I wanted to see what they were like. But ultimately, Shane and I came together and split a blaster box because they're so expensive, like on the market. And really and truly, it sucks because, like, for those of y'all that are out there that really do collect shit, really do collect action figures, really do want that shit. For those of y'all that are out there looking for this shit for your kids, it's tough because, like, you go to Walmart and there's nothing at the Walmart, and so then you go to eBay and there's the $40, $50 regular figures, and it kind of sucks because it feeds this whole system of like buying on top of buying, and now you have all these people buying to resell. That's just my big complaint with the AEW system. It's nothing personal that AEW's done. It just kind of sucks that fan base is so passionate about collecting that stuff that it's bred scalpers and scammers and frauds online. But not you, Pro Wrestling Tees. Not you. Because you are expensive. You use the slowest shipping line out there. The fact that you're one of the few companies out there that still charges shipping no matter what we order, unless we wait for your 20% off sale. Your magical, this never happens ever at all, 20% off sale. But the fact that, like, most wrestling fans are 2XL, 3XL type of fans, you charge $35 for a shirt and then $8 for shipping. No, Wrestling Tees, you're just shit. Sorry. Angel asked me. My dude.
Hey,
what's up?
Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, now go over there. Okay, go over there now. Go over there.
I
spilled my drink already.
No, what were you saying, JP?
That charges more.
What was that?
It's ridiculous, right?
It's bullshit.
It's okay. If you want to buy one shirt at a merch table, it's 20, maybe $25. If you want to buy one shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees, it's $42. If you want to buy it as a 2XL, maybe $37. I don't know if you got a coupon.
With a soft style too. Soft style.
It's soft style.
Yeah.
You gotta wait like forever and a day to get it because it's DHL. First of all, if you ship DHL, fuck you, because DHL doesn't deliver to my door, so I'm just gonna lose a day just letting DHL hand it off the post office. It's crazy.
Yeah, you got to go like to their office or something. Yeah, don't get me started on that.
You can't go to their office. You can't go to their office. It's closed.
Yeah.
We went to
Chicago. They closed it. Yeah.
We visited Chicago and you couldn't go. It's closed.
Yeah. Unless you do the Pro Wrestling crate and get 2 shirts for $20 a month, but you don't know what you're getting.
No, fuck that. Because there's too many shirts that are just like simplistic as hell. Like that hook shirt. Like, get out of here with that nonsense.
I mean, it's $10 a shirt. It's a pretty good deal.
It outsold CM Punk.
And House.
Josh is saying 2 different things. The Pro Wrestling crate is a good deal. Yes, that's a pretty efficient deal. You get the 8.
You don't know what you're getting.
DVD, you get 2 shirts, you get a ton of cool shit.
Yeah.
Angel's not joking. That hook shirt, it outsold CM Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the #1 selling shirt, and it's got to be the cheapest one they make. The cost on that has to be half a fart and maybe a hay penny. It's ridiculous, and people are like, bought it out.
Yeah.
Isn't Housen the top 9 Pro Wrestling Tees now?
Who is it?
Dan Housen.
Danhausen.
Oh yeah, Danhausen. Yeah, he's how weird was that seeing him in AEW? Just seemed to show up. I was like, oh,
he's there. He's there. He's
just
all elite.
randomly during the main event last week.
Yeah, and now he's with
Adam Cole. Yeah, in a thing with Adam Cole. Yeah, it's crazy.
And now he's just walking around with Orange Cassidy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I still don't get his gimmick of what he's trying to do, but whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. Danhausen.
Was it?
Yeah, exactly.
He does that shit. And nothing
or
happens.
or he has his hands like old school Dracula, like Bela Lugosi, kind of thing,
Yeah, I think he's supposed to be doing like some kind of magic, right? Isn't it a magic thing? But that nothing.
Oh, hexes? I think so.
Trying to curse them.
I think so.
Okay, got it.
So
obviously it's very over. That we don't really know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah. He's extremely over. It's brilliant.
Yeah. He's over, but that other shit he does, like it's just the way I think his promos is why he's over, because the way he talks and his voice and using himself as everything house in this and this house, and like that's the gimmick that's over.
The teeth. Have you ever seen the teeth in the jar?
Oh, oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Wow.
The jar teeth.
I mean, imagine if he could wrestle.
Man, come on.
Come on, Josh.
You gotta be nice, old Housen. Oh, bingo!
He took himself out.
He took himself.
See what happened, JP? In the pit with JP. That's what happened. You became the
It
host.
is, yeah. Hey, it's your pit now, JP. Hey, what are we talking about next?
I'm not taking no one's job. Come on.
Hey, I would say is since there's one point I want to bring up about AEW. That Brandy promo was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Bro, I don't understand the point of that segment at all.
I don't understand. So like, is Dan Lambert a babyface now? I don't.
No, he's not babyface. No, because he got booed, but then they cheered him because he was talking shit about Brandy.
But Brandy's promo did nothing to make it seem like she wanted to be cheered.
Well, they were saying that she might have been trying to announce them working with the American Heart Association or something, but the crowd kept booing her and telling her to shut the fuck up. So she was like, "Oh fuck, I'm not gonna say it now."
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. But what were they expecting though? She's not good on the mic.
And
she's not.
They tried out your girl Paige Van Zant, so.
Hey, that's one thing she's good at. She's not a good MMA fighter, but she's a damn fine chick. She can definitely put a promo.
Yeah.
So
Brandy promo was trash.
Yeah, I got an answer to your question. The match is gonna happen on the 19th of this month at the Rey de Reyes event.
All right.
Well, there you go.
Vikingo and Johnny Mundo.
Mm-hmm.
Finally. He's free tomorrow. Johnny Mundo's one of the ones that's free tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
He probably, yeah, I think so. But I think he could do his promos and start booking already, like for future dates and everything. So.
For Shane Strickland is going to be free real soon.
Did he change his name?
Did he change his name?
I think he changed his name.
He's going with Shane Strickland. I think he's going back to Shane Strickland.
Oh, because he's not doing the Swerve thing anymore?
Because Progress Wrestling booked him, but it was like under a real name. It's like
I think it's Isaiah Swerve or something like that.
Man, I hope not.
I saw it. I was like, come on, just go back to Shane Strickland. It's not that
right, dude. Okay, honestly, Shane Strickland coming back to the Indies is probably one of the biggest things that's ever happened. Honestly, like if you talk a lot about misses in WWE, I'm gonna be real with you. Shane Strickland has to be one of the top on the list of misses in WWE.
And Keith Lee, of course.
Oh, Keith Lee's a big. To me, he's a big one.
How do you fuck that up?
I think Shane Strickland is bigger than Keith Lee. Like, we're talking 90% of the Wrestle Circus roster. God help me, I know that the devil himself enters my home every time you even mention Wrestle Circus. An angel loses his wings. But that roster was fucking ridiculous. And you're talking about a vast majority of it no longer being under WWE reign. And some of it being under AEW reign, which means it's on main roster money, but it's got time to travel, baby. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Shane Strickland coming back to the Indies is the fucking hugest thing. When you talk about somebody that never should have left, it was Shane Strickland. I mean, yeah, you got to go, you got to achieve it, but you talk about one of the people that left a huge gap in indie wrestling when they left was Shane Strickland. Keith Lee, not so much. Like, I think not that people didn't miss him, but Keith Lee got to walk right out of the Indies and keep doing what he was already doing in NXT. People just miss that ferociousness in Keith Lee. Swerve, that song, the theme, the lights out, all the good shit. Man, I can't wait.
Did y'all see the Killer Cross promo? Or
I have not.
It's very good. He so people that don't know, like before he got signed, Killer Cross was always put on some great promos, like he on his personal YouTube page.
Absolutely.
Like I'm talking like indie level type of filmmaking type of stuff. And so he put one out basically saying, oh, he's crazy and he's coming back and stuff like that. So it's quality stuff. It actually got me excited for Killer Cross because I forgot I used to like the guy. And also now that I found out he's Puerto Rican too, I gotta support him. Yeah, that's so weird. So a friend of ours from Orlando went to some concert and he actually took a picture with him and he's like, "Can you guys recognize this guy?" I'm like, "Is that fucking Killer Cross?"
Yeah,
he's like,
he was on High Spots auction last night. I saw him on Facebook. I was like, God damn, he's growing his hair. He looks super young with his hair grown out like that.
Yeah, it looks weird, but hey, it works for him. And now I think his wife is on OnlyFans too, so people are, I'm sure, excited about that.
Hey, good for Cross though. Who knows where the hell he's gonna end up? But hey, good for him.
I mean, he got it back in triple because before he was doing AAA, then he got it was an Impact. So,
dude, I hope he doesn't go back to AAA because wasn't he part of that Faction Overnables stable, whatever that was?
Yeah,
I do remember him not having a great run at the end of his AAA run. Yes.
His Impact career was really good though.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Very true.
Yeah, but he had issues with Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, so I don't think he's going back there. But
who knows? Because it's under different management now, so who knows?
He's definitely going to GCW. He'll definitely.
It is, but
he'll go back to Bloodsport for sure.
It's not totally.
He's gonna beat
totally
in Bloodsport.
Yeah, he'll go back to Bloodsport for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's not gonna sign him down. Like that's not a only. He'll be much other places.
Yeah.
Much other places. Yeah, I would love to see. He's one of my favorites too. So maybe I need to start sending out some emails. Start begging. So we're almost ready for Mount Rushmore, but I know I had we kind of teased, or I did. I mean, the PPW poster is coming out.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna. For some reason, though, the formatting makes it not look good for some reason. So we're just gonna drop it after the show. So make sure y'all go to the pages. We'll tag everything in the pit and the PPW's page, but the poster will be dropped. Some of y'all are gonna like it. I kind of hate it.
What? Why?
You'll see.
Oh no.
Yeah. Anywho, and
oh no.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I had a quick question. What y'all think of the Kings of the Black Throne and Death Triangle tag match?
Oh, that shit was good, man. I enjoyed it. You know,
I'm fans of all of them, so it's kind of.
Yeah, the blind gimmick I think is kind of dumb, but you know.
Yeah, I've hated that every time they've tried to do those kind of things. That's been for decades a gimmick that's never worked.
Yeah, Muda started that gimmick, eh?
Say that again?
Didn't Muda start that back in the 80s? Or was that Kabuki?
Kabuki. I was gonna say that was Kabuki. Yeah, that was Kabuki.
I don't remember.
That was before Muda. Yeah, that was before Muda. Yeah, great Kabuki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that I mean, even Chris Adams in World Class had the blind.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
The blindfold matches are the worst. Like I just hate. I think it's just.
Yeah, even JR like before he can't help himself. He was like he was already talking shit. He's like, man, blindfold match aren't very good. I'm like, damn it, JR, like fucking A.
Yeah, you're not very good anymore, JR.
Stop it.
Or you know though, he's just not Angel. That's the thing about it.
He's not. All right, well, let's just rock and roll to the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
So this week's Mount Rushmore is heels. Did we have any? What were the rules? There wasn't any rules. They just had to be a heel, like majority of their career heel. It couldn't be like Hogan. That was.
So the rule was we are not allowing anti-heroes as heels. That was the only.
Rule. Stone Cold, yeah, Stone Cold.
Right, like Stone Cold is not a heel.
So my list is pretty horrible, so I'll go first, and then I might be in timeout the rest of the show.
Oh shit! Huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, some of them are good, but I don't know. We'll get some. I might get some pushback. I don't know. We'll see. So whenever I think of heels, and I always say it, and I think I've mentioned it. I don't know. Anytime we start talking about it in the pit, as far as like, oh, this guy's such a good heel. He is this person level heel. I always say Roddy Piper. So I think Roddy Piper has to be on my. I mean, he is on my Mount Rushmore, but I think he should be on most everybody's Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he's on mine.
He's on mine.
Because that's what I always say is like, he's at Roddy Piper level of heel. So like that's one that I know I'm not getting kicked out for. And then I went to the next thing I thought of was like a manager that anytime he shows up, and if you start getting chanted Weasel, you know what I mean? And anywhere you go, and just people just hated him so much is Bobby the Brain Heenan. He was the most brilliant heel of them all. If you
wait
ask
a minute,
me.
I'm sorry. Did you say we know managers?
We didn't say managers.
No, motherfucker. God damn it. Okay. Well, fuck it. I can't add him now. Forget it. Go ahead.
No anti-heroes.
Yeah, anti-heroes and Hogan that was only a heel for a little while. Yeah, no. Yeah, you need to watch the show better.
Damn it. Okay.
And then
watch yourself more often.
And this one's the one I don't know how it's gonna go, but I have a Vincent Kennedy McMahon as a heel because I think like everybody just hates that motherfucker, and even now when he tries to not be, he just gets booed, and he went with it though. Like he went with because he didn't probably want to be that, but then he's like, well, shit, because I mean, before everybody knew who he really was, he was the commentator, and he was always the face commentator. Right. He was so, but then as soon as it was like, oh, you're really the owner, motherfucker? And fuck that guy. And he's like, well, then the hell with all of you. You're all fired. You know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I put him in there. I think that was, I don't know, was reaching. And then my final one is one that some people might say he hasn't had a long enough career yet. But I think he's like, it's kind of like, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's going to be that, and it's MJF. I think he's one of the greatest heels, and might be ended up go down as the greatest heel of all time. By the time his career is over,
quite possible.
Because that's the thing, in the ring, he beats anyone that I was thinking of. On the mic, he's at the level already, and he just knows how to, stir up a crowd. Like I've seen him live so many times. We all have, and you just feel the energy whenever he like like his fucking music hits, and just like whoa, the place just goes crazy.
You remember what his indie theme was?
Man, I've been hitting the head too much.
Wasn't it the same thing?
No, it's trophies.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man.
So I mean, it's kind of but it's just So when when that music hits and the whole place.
No, it's a good one. It's a good one.
I just don't know. He's only been wrestling. I mean, he's still, what is he, 20-something, 25 years old?
He's caliber now, and he's got so much time left.
Yeah, 24, right?
Yeah.
JP, 24?
Yeah, like 24.
Yeah, he's 24. You feel like he's been around for a decade already.
Yeah.
He hasn't been. So, all right. Well, then I survived. Yay. Then we can roll with numero dos, I guess, can go next. We'll let the guests go last.
All right. So I actually had Roddy Piper on my list, but I took him off because I thought that there was no way that we were going to get through this without somebody having him. So I just banked on that, and I actually traded him out.
Yep.
My golden age heel is actually one. Shout out to all the ladies out there. Shout out to Mel for this one. Luna Vachon is on my list of top heels, just because of the impact that she had to the wrestling world, but not only as a heel, but she was relatable. Like, women's wrestling really struggles to get over with the male fan base a lot of times. Sorry, Dose is 3 beers in. And it's a real issue. And Luna Vachon was a character that was a women's wrestler who got over with the male and female demographic, which is huge. And that level of being over allowed her to pave the way for women's wrestling and do so much more for it. So you can't ignore that. She's not my first choice. I definitely wouldn't put her the first one of the first Rushmore.
Sure. Yeah.
That's why absolutely 110% goes to Eddie Guerrero. 100%, hands down, one of the greatest heels of all time. Not an anti-hero, true heel. If you remember him, in a lot of WCW, he was very true heel fashion. But if you think about it, Eddie Guerrero as a wrestler was also lifting other people up. Like LWO is something people still talk about today. But if you look back on that faction and actually look at the storyline, it was a jumbled hot fucking mess. It was nasty ugliness, not a great situation. But Eddie was able to, with those guys, elevate that stature. Eddie Guerrero is on my list of top heels. I also have a manager, Paul Heyman. Would be on my list of top heels.
It was them or he and them for me. It was them too. I'm with you.
I just don't think that you can have a list of top heels without Heyman. I mean, like, Heyman is still to this day working everybody about the Brock and Undertaker streak situation. Like, nobody understands this business quite like Paul Heyman does. He's always been a heel. He's always been that screamy, yelly voice. But man,
he got a freaking wireless phone over.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, that was the stupidest fucking thing ever. Like, what did he never talked on it.
No.
He's always had a phone with him that obviously was not a real phone.
He dangerously, baby.
He had the Dangerous Alliance. So
yeah, that was even after that. Was after that. Yeah, he had been around already for a little bit before that happened. But that's amazing. So that's pretty good. That's solid 4.
My last one, people are gonna hate me for this one.
Wait, haven't you already done 4, or did I not?
I think you did 4.
I think it's 3.
Eddie, Luna, and Paul.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you took Roddy off. That's right.
Yeah, my last one is Bubba Ray Dudley.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Like
What
honestly,
a heel.
Honestly, just in and out. Like even this transformation into this new character that's actually just a real life walking heel in the world of wrestling. Like people are just like, God, please stop. Like we all love Bubba Ray Dudley as a heel. He was a great heel in ECW, great heel in WWE when he was a heel the few times. The whole powerbombing women through tables thing, great TNA heel. Really great heel. I know he's an asshole and a piece of shit now, but maybe that's part of the gimmick. So Bubba Ray Dudley makes my list.
That's actually really, really good. More like when you first said it, I was like, kind of like rolling my eyes a little bit about it. But then I started thinking,
Mae Young off a stage. Like
no, he was. Yeah, no, he's.
No, I was there at that Raw when that happened.
Were you really?
Yeah, that place went so crazy.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was
and then one of the biggest moments
when that happened.
And the biggest moment in the Dixie era of TNA was him finally getting her through the table, because he built that up for months and months and carrying the table with their name on it and put her through. That place, that was the biggest pop that I think TNA ever had, was when he did that.
Yeah, and then when Dixie Carter hurt herself because Bubba Ray put her like safely through the table, but she somehow like broke her back or something. So
the famous ECW promo.
She said she didn't actually, but
the whole Hammerstein ballroom.
Her husband's from Fremont, where I grew up.
Oh.
So I kind of knew her before and after that, but yeah, but still that was the biggest thing. So yeah, and then the Aces and Eights was amazing storyline for TNA, and so yeah, that's good. Like I said, I was really mixed at that, and I started thinking, I was like, well, yeah, he really was. Good job. All right, man. Next.
So I totally misunderstood the rules. So some of the guys I would have totally put, like Bobby, I didn't put in there, and then Eddie. So Eddie's weird for me because I always cheered for him. I know he was a heel, but I never saw him as a heel just because we don't have that many Latin stars and back then WWE, WWF, and WCW. So he was like one of the guys I was like.
I've never booed MJF.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I booed the shit out of him. I hit him in the head with a toilet paper. I love that shit.
I've never booed MJF.
If I'm correct, and I don't think that I am, but I might be. Eddie Guerrero was the only person to go over clean at WCW or at NWO sold out the one NWO run WCW pay-per-view.
You would be the one to know that because I have one.
That was a ladder match, wasn't it?
With X-Pac.
Yeah, I think he's right. Yeah.
There you go. Shit, I didn't know that.
So
yeah, no. So I will say no. I do not put Evil on there because I'm not gonna put Evil on my Mount Rushmore because he doesn't need any type of talk at all. So anyways, I'm gonna go with Rick Rude. Rick Rude for me, he was always a guy that I just you hated to love him because he's like, fuck man, he's like, yes he can take your girl and fuck those damn abs.
Stop the music.
Yeah, it was so good. I used to get so I hated him so much, and as I grew older, I loved him.
The wives on his tights, yeah,
dude, yeah, and that was a whole gimmick. That's I love the level of detail. It was like always, the tights was always something new, always dealing with the storyline. Loved it.
Rick Rude is one of the most underrated talents of all time. If you ask
yes, I completely 100% agree.
I agree with you there.
Yeah, could agree. Another one, I almost went with Bubba, but I thought a lot of stuff was like kind of like cheap. It was like kind of cheap, like heat and all that. The stuff he would say.
His ECW promos were not cheap. He does nuclear heat.
Yeah, no, nuclear heat, but it was nuclear heat, but it was like, I don't know. To me, it was like, insult everyone, insult the crowd, say really homophobic and racial shit. Like, yeah. But one guy who I would say was a better heel in ECW was Raven. Raven, that was one guy who you fucking despise like a motherfucker, dude. Because I'm telling you, his promos, the shit he did with the girls, like his feud with Tommy Dreamer, like people would hate him.
The Sandman.
And the Sandman.
Crucified the Sandman.
Yeah, crucified the Sandman. I'm telling you that's why I love it. Like his stuff was very subtle, and it was, to me, it was just like next part stuff.
I love it. I'm glad you messed up this. Yeah, because you did good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't listen to the rules, or you wouldn't have had him probably.
Yeah.
The Sandman, or Raven convinced the Sandman's kid that he wanted to be the Raven. Sandman
Yes!
was walking around like this shit. Dude, I mean, it was crazy. That shit was brilliant. You talk about the Dominic ladder match. I mean, that was preschool shit compared to the Raven and Sandman feud. Wow.
Yep.
I can't believe a Raven.
I know. And of course, for me, and another guy, I mean, I went back and forth with him, but honestly, I gotta put Ric Flair. I mean, he was the quintessential heel. He was the guy. He was the guy that you hated because he was like MJF is Ric Flair now. If you think about it, like I'm better than you, and like it's like his promos, his Rolexes, his
Ric Flair's the first
limousines.
wrestler I ever hated.
Yeah, he's like I'm gonna sleep with your girl. And you're gonna have to fucking take it. Like it was just like, hey, come to my hotel room. It was like, man, it's like, oh, I hated him so much. And then my last one, I grew up in the Attitude Era. There's no better heel than Mr. McMahon, Vince McMahon. There's no one else that was more hated than he was. Even to this, you know what?
I didn't think
Even
anybody
to
else
this,
would have him. I thought that was gonna be the only one.
No,
I thought
dude,
I was
no. He was. In my opinion, he was the best heel in the Attitude Era. Like this, like there's nothing he did that you loved, and he became your, he was like your boss and all that.
He's brilliant. He's one of.
He is.
Everybody sits on him. That guy. I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
he's brilliant. He's brilliant.
So that's my 4.
He's too fucking old and needs to stop, but he was brilliant.
Yeah.
By the way, I was correct. Eddie Guerrero was the only clean WCW victory at NWO Sold Out. I won't tell you who the other victories were, though.
That's okay.
Do that pay-per-view.
I'll look it up. Hold on, see.
So, it's terribly bad.
That pay-per-view.
Uno, did you have your Mount Rushmore? You weren't here last week, so I didn't know if you had a chance.
I could think of one really quick. So,
the caveat is no anti-heroes. So, like Stone Cold isn't a heel, like just because he got pops every time his music hit, kind of stuff. Like Hulk Hogan doesn't count as a true heel because the majority of his career he was a face. Those were the caveats that we threw. So I don't know if you're going to say them or not, but just bringing you up to speed.
So my number one is going to be Pierrot. The reason why he was a bad at Rudo, but then he had a time where he was in Puerto Rico pretty constantly. And whenever he went back to Mexico, he started acting as if he was Puerto Rican and insulting all the Mexicans, like calling them Mexicanitos traganopales.
I didn't know about this. I gotta look this up now.
Which means fucking Mexicans, cactus eaters. And I was Mexican and I love that shit.
And the cactus is delicious.
Yeah, and he would throw tortillas to the people like he was coming out.
That's hill level shit.
Like 2 kilos of tortillas and just throwing them around the arena to everybody.
Look at that. Oh, you can't see it. Love it.
Yeah, he is my
him with the Puerto Rican shirt.
Conan.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love that one.
You can hate.
People don't know that. People don't know that much about that here. Yeah.
Yeah, like they can hate all they want. They can talk all the shit they want about Conan, but Conan is the best fucking heel.
100.
Yeah, in Mexico for sure. Yeah, he was. Yeah, utterly despised.
Like he was. Like I said, we only saw him when he came here, and the people that know him just from his American stuff. Yeah, no comparison to the heat he had over there. Holy shit.
Then who was it? I want to say he's a newer guy, but I still think he's a super great Rudo. Sam Adonis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like back then because on the indie scene, he's more like in America is like neutral kind of thing.
Yeah.
But in Mexico, he's a heel. He's like a badass heel. So some people might not know about that part, but man, he's
I didn't know.
Shit.
Oh, you know that? Oh, dude, yeah. When President Trump was in power, he was like, I'm Trump. He was super America when like the wall was being built and all that.
In Mexico, yeah.
Yeah.
You mean when all the pieces for the wall were stacked and far and not put together before he was even elected? But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
And this is just
I lived 2 minutes for where the pile was.
And the last one, it is my last one, right?
Yes,
yeah. My last one. This is just because he's one of my all-time favorite guys, and he's a member of my all-time favorite stable. It's Maniaco from Los Vipers. He just
Nice.
to me he had the looks and he had that charisma of a heel and he had hardcore matches which I always been into, so that kind of just like captured me and I was like,
Hey,
yeah,
it's your
that's
Mount
my guy.
Rushmore. That's a good one though. There's no doubt that he's a heel. That's for damn sure. Like that's the thing I think we say about all of ours. There's no doubt that we picked
Yeah.
nothing but heels. Like
Mhm.
I mean, some people are
Yeah.
about Eddie, but I mean Eddie was a fucking heel.
Oh no, he was. I just yeah.
The,
I just
yeah, the thing
always
Everybody
I
cheered
loves
him.
him so
wouldn't.
much.
I
Everybody
always
loves him
cheered
so
him.
much.
Yeah, yeah,
But
like I don't really consider Eddie being a heel.
I just want to say
Maybe,
that I didn't talk
maybe
about any of your picks like this. I didn't. I didn't spit on you.
WCW. Maybe yeah, he was a heel in there, but
So,
WWE.
so basically, when he was stealing Dominic from Ray, he was the face. When he turned on
He
Batista, he was the face.
I
he was
still
When he
cheered
left
him
the
on.
Radicals and started dating
he,
China, he was the face.
he
I'm
Wait,
was
so
wait,
a
wait, we was
confused.
heel.
in China. Yes, we was in China. He was the face. Wait a minute.
What is
That's
wrestling?
not a good excuse. When he
he
was
was
China,
I
he
just
was a
named
face.
Eddie's entire WWF/WWE run almost. He was a heel.
it was
In the
not a
China
heel.
thing, he was a
Heel.
face. In the
He was
Latino
China
a
thing, he was
face.
heat.
a face. Latino
He
heat.
Latino
was a
heat.
That
face.
was face.
That was
That's
a
a
total
heel
face.
gimmick.
No,
They
it
were
wasn't.
heel
Latino heat in the
cleaners.
beginning. Latino heat in the beginning, he was the heel, and then he left, came back, still was doing it. Then he
But
slowly started turning babyface
see,
from there.
but okay, but so okay, from my perspective, being like I never saw him as the heel. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he's
Eddie.
being Eddie. He's being
He's
Eddie.
being
Yeah,
Eddie. Like
But
I
but
he
he wasn't an
lied.
anti-hero, so he
His
qualified.
biggest
Yeah,
tagline is lie, cheat, and steal.
and it went over. We all
Well,
loved it.
he was
We
the
said
he,
it.
Okay,
but he
but
was a babyface
MJF
at
is
the time with
over.
that catchphrase.
MJF is over. Am I right? If MJF is over, how would you look at Eddie and tell Eddie that he's not a heel?
Because it's
Well, MJF
different.
doesn't get
Different.
babyface pops.
It's way different.
How is it different?
Okay, so
that I
Okay,
don't think those are. I don't think
just
that's
to,
the same. Yeah, I don't.
just to start off, just by seeing MJ face, you already hate him.
yeah, yeah, for
Just by
sure.
seeing his face, he doesn't even have to talk. You see him and you're like, what the fuck, motherfucker,
Yeah,
blah
no,
blah blah.
he has
He has
and
the face that you want to punch.
Hold on, I gotta hold my Bible while y'all speak this demonosity at me.
no, like I get what you're trying to go
can't
for,
even believe this.
but the issue with Eddie being a heel was at that moment for me personally as a young Latino kid. WWE didn't have any Latin stars whatsoever at that time. So just having one there at that particular time, he was really the only one where I was like, oh my god, there's another fucking like Latin in here. So I was supportive no matter what he did. Now I'll give you this: the heelish part was definitely when he stole Ray's kid.
Savio
That was fucked up. That was fucked up. Okay.
Savio Vega is rolling over in his non-existent grave right
No,
now.
no,
He's
that's different.
alive.
A different time period. That's a different time period. Savio Vega was mid to late '90s,
When
mid
we
to late
finally get
'90s.
to meet Savio Vega, I'm gonna tell him.
It's different. No, it's different times. I'm talking about at that
I
time.
get what you're saying.
Mid to late '90s was Savio. Past 2000 was Radicals, and that was when Eddie was there.
Eddie was never a face. Eddie was never a face. Like there was very few times that Eddie was a face. And
Wait, whoa, it's never or a few times. Sorry.
Look back, no, listen to me though. If
okay.
you look back at the times that Eddie was a face, it was almost always because he was working a bigger heel.
Yeah.
JBL. You know
Brock
what I mean?
Lesnar.
Like honestly,
that was especially when you work JBL, that was a baby face. Especially that.
Only when he worked JBL. When he worked
and
worked Batista, he was the heel. Every
Brock
time
Lesnar
he had a
used to
black
be
partner, he
I'll
turned
say
on.
Brock Lesnar. He was the face.
Brock Lesnar used to be.
No, he was a.
It's the same. It's like that. Those guys. You're talking February and April. You're not talking 1996 to 2005. There, like.
Yeah.
Wait, no, definitely. When he first joined WWE with the Radicals, I definitely felt he wasn't a heel at that moment.
The Radicals were a face group.
No. Out of the four Radicals, I never saw him as like a heel out of that. Now Chris Jericho was for sure.
The first thing they did was align with DX and turn on Mick Foley. That was the first thing they did.
I'm sorry. I don't consider Eddie heel. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But like I'm gonna tell you right now. Like in my school especially, we all cheered it. We all cheered Jerry. Eddie. Sorry, we all cheered Eddie all the time. We always did, no matter what he did. I'm sorry. I know. That's why I didn't consider Eddie a heel, but my bad.
Despite being a heel for most of his career, he was popular.
And even WCW, I would
his career as a face during 2003 to 2005.
So 2 years.
2 years.
That he was
2
a face.
years.
It was a face.
Yeah.
I guess.
Like,
I mean, I guess
he was a heel in ROH. He was a heel when he worked the Indies. He was a heel when he came back.
Oh, he definitely was.
He left.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He was drug addicted. Like Eddie's story has always been struggling and dealing with demons, giving into that and working with that. Like whether it be inside the ring and it's just kayfabe, or outside the ring and that was his personal struggles. Like Eddie was not a face. Like Eddie was over. But MJF is also over, and MJF is not a face.
No.
Yeah, but those are two different.
Wasn't Eddie a heel in Mexico too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that there he was a heel. Yeah, I could say he was definitely a heel.
But that's the thing. Even if you read Eddie's books, he would tell you, "I prefer being the heel. I would rather be the heel. You better watch your shit."
I mean, Ray says that every time he talks about Eddie and how they're different, because Ray would never be a heel. He said, "I can't be a heel. They've tried to move me to heel. I can't be a heel. I'm a face."
The thing about it is,
they're the same but opposite. Yeah.
You have to really take yourself out of the seat of like Eddie, like where we're at with Eddie, like in
because everybody loves
him. I got it. No, I get that. I'm just saying I've never booed him.
I should have. Ashley, I told you I should have put evil.
I've always cheered him. I mean, I know.
You should have put evil, bro.
Fuck that. I've never put a fucking evil on it.
All right, so let's get to our special guest. We've given you plenty of time to get your Mount Rushmore together since we threw at the last. I let you go last.
No, you're good. Like my Mount Rushmore, like Ric Flair's definitely on that list.
Yeah,
you know, given his promos, all his legendary feuds with the top baby faces like Steamboat and you know, Barry Windham and Dusty Rhodes and all these guys.
Which I think he helped them be the big faces because of his heat. That's how it happens, you know. I think he has to. I mean, they were going to be over anyway, but that's awesome.
Another one is this guy I'm wearing, Macho Man Randy Savage.
So
I felt was one of the top heels like back in the '80s before he eventually turned babyface, but then he went right back into his monster heel run.
The first thing I ever saw involving him before he was even signed in WWE, he was working in Florida, and he made Pro Wrestling Illustrated because he pile drived a woman.
Yep.
Like in like a dress, she was like in a full like long dress, and he like that's how he made his first time he ever appeared in. I got every issue of that back in the day, and that was the first time I ever saw him in it. And it's a picture of him pile driving a woman. I was so that's a good one, and that's kind of like how we were saying. Well, but can he be because we all like him now? You know what I mean? I have him. Everybody knows what I think of Macho Man. I mean, he's at every PWG show. I have the thing.
His WCW,
that's wonderful.
That feud with DDP, I was like, Jesus.
Oh man.
So, and
I like it.
You know, some of you guys mentioned the Attitude Era. You know, obviously you can't mention Vince McMahon. Same goes for Triple H. You know, most of his run is basically being a heel. You could tell he was a little bit uncomfortable as the babyface at times because he wasn't having too much fun, but. Like that reign of terror he had from like 99 to like until he got hurt, I think it was, and then he came back and turned right back heel, and like I think it was like 2002 or something like that. So, you know, Triple H as a heel was just a lot of great memorable matches he's had. So, and feuds and angles and everything. So, and to me, the fourth one, I mean, no one's really talked about it too much. But Owen Hart deserves to be on there because, you know, no matter what, everyone loves Owen. I love Owen. He was basically the heel. And in, what was it, 1993 or something like that, when he turned on Brett after that tag match?
Yeah.
Which deservedly so, because I would have been pissed off too. Why didn't you fucking
tag? Yeah.
But, you know, everything else after that was just awesome. Loved it.
That's a good pick.
So,
yeah, Owen's a good pick.
Yeah, and I was thinking like other heels, like the Bockwinkles, Shane Douglas, and ECW back then. You know, it's a whole bunch of other people, but
yeah, there's a ton.
That's my Mount Rushmore right there. So
that's a good one.
That's a good list.
Yeah, I might debate a little bit about the Triple H one though. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
like kind of like what we did, with Eddie, because
the same.
One of our caveats was, you know, anti-hero, and like he got his biggest rise because of DX, which was
Yeah, no, but
absolutely
no.
anti-hero.
But the thing
No,
was,
it was,
DX
but when he was a
started
heel,
as
though, I mean,
But then they kind of did turn babyface, but then at Mania he just turned on X Pac and it was like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I
And
mean, he turned on
heel
Shawn
till he got-
Michaels. He turned on.
Yeah.
You know,
Triple H has turned on every faction and tag team he's ever been on.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
yeah.
like,
But
he's like
say-
Big Show though, right? Like,
Yeah, oh my god, yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
he's a heel, he's face. He's a heel, he's face.
yeah.
So but yeah, it's your Mount Rushmore. But like, we brought up, we disagreed with some of Eddie's.
I just wanna say-
Yeah, because I was thinking
disagree with
about
Triple H.
Bockwinkel.
Brad, I'm gonna debate this later on with you because I'm looking at his Wikipedia page, all of his major moments in WWF. The ones you mentioned, especially with Radicals and with China, he was definitely a fucking babyface.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He was definitely no. Later on, because you have the book. So I'm gonna do my research. I'm doing.
Talk show.
No. I want to do my research. I want to do my research. Then I'm gonna break it down. But some of these moments that you brought up,
research. You just said a thing to me. Say your thing to me again.
that's okay. Especially when he was with China. When he was in China, he was definitely a babyface. Latino heat. Mamacita, call her Mamacita the whole time.
How long did
Come
that
on.
last?
Oh yeah,
Dude,
dude. I'm not gonna lie.
How long did that last?
Wait. When we start calling him Mamacita,
How did
I
it
was
end?
what?
How did
Oh,
it end?
he pinned China.
You turned on her.
Yeah, he turned on her. Okay, that's when he turned heel. But it was a good long period. There was a good long period prior to that. He was a babyface.
He was technically like a tweener.
Yeah.
See, exactly.
Technically a tweener.
No tweener. And that's. I'll give you a tweener. I'll give you a tweener. I'll give you a tweener.
No, I won't.
Well, and LWO was a total babyface. Total babyface at LWO. Yes! He formed Latino World Order. He formed Latino World Order because Latinos were getting pushed.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Yes!
but he was still a heel.
He was still a heel,
Don't
though.
matter.
He did it very angrily.
Hey,
Have
Viva
a
la raza.
storyline
Viva
where
la
you're
raza.
ready to join them against his will.
Look,
You
hold
are
on,
on crack.
I don't
Josh
care,
just
dude.
told me flat out. But
Those
Latino
are horrible
World Order.
examples.
I will always cheer for Latino World. I don't. They can go ahead.
Too.
Bro,
Dude.
Josh just told me that Mysterio refused to turn heel. That whole thing was that Eddie was trying to get Mysterio into the LWO.
He would never do
Heels.
it.
But the premise of it
Never.
is a babyface, dude. There's no way I was ever cheering against LWO.
That was
I
any
never-
world
I
order a
wasn't
babyface.
either.
Latino World Order, because for Latinos it was. The premise is Latinos were not getting pushed. Fuck y'all, we're
That
forming our own
doesn't make
group.
it that doesn't make it a babyface, though.
For us, for Latinos it did. Shit. Fuck, hey, you better believe I rocked the LWO. Hey, I didn't give a fuck about WCW. You ever believe I rocked the LWO shirt? Shit.
Man, that's a heel. That's a
Okay,
heel.
I don't see it as a heel. I see it as an anti-hero. I see it as an anti-hero for the Latino community.
Hey, we should put the Iron Sheik on that Mount Rushmore list too.
Hey,
Just for his Twitter. Just for his Twitter.
I had him
how do I
written.
not get on the motherfucking Rushmore?
I'll break your fucking back, fucking jabroni. He
You
was
know,
on my list. I usually write down like 6 or 7. He was on my list.
yeah, I totally
You
would have
didn't
put
make
Bobby
that.
in there,
You didn't
but
make
in
the
my
cut.
mind, I thought like it was like no managers because he to me he is the quintessential. Like, come on, him in a weasel outfit. Come on now.
He made people hate Andre.
Yeah.
He made people
Andre's
hate
so
Andre.
cool.
Would you have put Cornette on that list?
No,
No, fuck that guy.
no.
No,
He makes
I'm
it on
just
my
making
list.
sure because
He was a
Nah.
heel. I mean, nobody. He was definitely.
Yeah, no, he was a heel for sure. Yeah, but
Not a Mount. Not. I don't. I mean, not on my Mount Rushmore.
okay.
yeah.
I'm not touching it.
So now we can talk about what we're gonna do next week. I saw recommendations. Now we should do baby faces, but I don't think that's really. We've kind of did that sort of in the beginning when we say our favorite wrestlers, right?
We should do Mount Rushmore of the most beautiful lucha mask.
Okay.
I can't even do that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Wait, just
I mean, me and Juan will be good.
What about
Like,
feuds?
your most famous, your favorite
Ooh,
wrestler?
feuds.
Fuse. Oh, that's a good one.
Feuds.
Look at JP. Look at that. You know,
I like that one.
JP
Yeah.
bringing in the fire, the feuds. Okay, feuds is
It's
good.
just-
I like
The mask will be too hard. I don't think I could do that one. And that's not because I don't know 4 masks. I don't think I can pick 4.
Hard to think
I don't think I could pick 4. I mean,
Ever.
I'd be better off picking the 4 worst ones.
top
Hey,
feuds.
hey, I'm down for the 4 worst masks because I already have 2 on my list.
Yeah.
For 4 worst feuds.
So No, the masks.
The mask. No, but let's do feuds. Let's do feuds.
I think feuds is a good one. What do y'all think? We can do the mask one eventually too, but I think the feud one's pretty. That's pretty legit.
Yeah, that one's.
I got a mask one already on mine, and no one would suspect it. No one expected. I can't wait. I'm already
as favorite or worst.
No, it's on my favorite. I'm ready for mask and feud. I'm ready to do them both.
Got it. It's Mr. Patriot.
We'll do feud.
Feud next week.
We'll do feuds next week, and then we'll do one of the mask ones.
Is it best feuds? It's worst feuds, right?
No, best feuds.
Mount Rushmore of feuds.
Oh, dude, and afterwards we're gonna do worst feuds because I got a whole.
Eventually, we'll come back to those too. We'll circle around. We don't want to just keep going back and forth because it's basically the same conversation 2 weeks in a row. Yeah. Cool. Hey. So next week.
Yeah.
Can't think of any possible caveats. I mean, a feud is a feud. It couldn't have been just one match. Like, it has to be a feud. There had to be multiple matches, multiple events.
Long-term feud.
Like, they had to take place at multiple pay-per-views or events.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can't be like there was just one final big match. No, it had to be a feud.
Me versus Angel, and was Eddie a feud? Was Eddie a heel? Yeah.
Total baby face. I will never. I never cheered against. Except the only time I booed him was when he took Ray's kid. That was the only time.
Oh, so like heel would do, as in someone.
No, I'm not disputing he was never a heel. I'm disputing he never have heel tendencies. I'm just saying I just don't consider him a heel.
Where you could steal a child, an Angel would still think you're a good person.
No, I just said that's the only time I did cheer for him. That's the only time I did cheer for him. I'm not saying he didn't have heel turns or heel tendencies. I just never saw him as a heel. I'm sorry, I never saw him as a heel. I never saw him as a heel. Listen.
Wait, sorry.
That was long overdue.
I know.
Man.
I know. So he said, I know he had heel turns. He did heel things, but I never saw him as a heel. Like, that contradicts itself in one statement.
But he's right.
If you recognize
right.
What?
He wasn't the heel. Angel is right.
Well, this is a good way to wind down the show today.
Man.
In the end, Eddie Guerrero was definitely a heel in his runs, but he was a babyface for a short time. So,
so was Ric Flair.
I mean,
so was Roddy Piper. So was the Iron Sheik. And that's the thing. Like, every heel has.
I don't think Iron Sheik ever.
Yeah, he was.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't remember, but
I think if you go back through, you'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't shock me, but I probably wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah, but that was a good way out. That's why I love these Mount Rushmores, man. We just getting. Man, somebody already out. Who's blowing this thing?
Eddie Guerrero was a heel. Tell us in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter. Was Eddie Guerrero a heel?
Oh, real quick, your comments on the X-Pac and Janela against Cardona and Brian Myers in GCW. I think it's in Minnesota or something like that.
I think it's fine. X-Pac has done some work. He's still young enough. It's the 1-2-3 kid. He's still spunky enough. I think it works. Ricky Morton is still working with them and cranking out some like 3 out of 10 matches. I'm willing to give it to X-Pac. Like, X-Pac has never got his just desserts for being as over as he should have been. He's former NWO, former DX. I'm willing to tune in for this one. Myers and Cardona have done great work, so let's check it out.
Yeah. All right. So you're recommending something after we already did Mount Rushmore. We don't do that on the show, so you're out too now. So we're winding down the show by kicking everybody into timeout because we were going to start talking new topics after Mount Rushmore. But I see even Angel's trying to comment in here too. But thanks so much, JP, for joining. Even though you're in timeout, we're going to end that way. And we'll see y'all next week. I think we made some new feuds this week, so we might make ourselves on the Mount Rushmore. See ya.
Peace.